Hello, Ame Gakita. How's your day? Well, I mean, like right now, a lot of people are talking about this company called Unity Technology, which most game developer or people tend to use it for developing software, developing games, and what's not. And recently, there have been a huge situation happening where they are going to charge people per use or per download accordingly due to what their new law is going to implement, their new rule going to be implement, and they say it's going to be implement in 2024, something along the line. But the one thing what I'm going to talk about today is just to let you guys know a few little details that people might not be aware and explain just in a summary form, but these have been taught more on detail by Upper Echelon, which you can find more information on, which I will also put the link in the description below if you want to take a look, and even criticized by the person and everyone know YouTuber Charlie, aka the most critical. If he talk about thing like this, yeah, you know it's gonna be a whole new different issue where people are talking about it in the first place. So what people need to know is that Unity itself had been taught by many people recently, where people are talking about how this new implement of rule is gonna destroy the company in the bad way, as well as letting people know that yeah, you are going to charge people for it, because what people might not be aware is that due to what their profit been showing over the years by Unity technology, it have been on the decline, which means that they are not really making net profit. There is a profit and there is a net profit. Net profit tends to be the one that where you are showing that the company is making actual money after minusing all the salary, minusing all the pay, expenses, bill, and stuff. So normally the net profit is the one that you want to look for when you're looking at the account of a company. But apparently that they are not actually making much of a profit. Instead, they are making a loss over the year, which apparently they say that not making a profit help to fuel their growth as a company, which I can agree, and I talk about it in my previous video, which again description in link in the description below, which I'll talk more on why it can be a good thing. But it's just a small summary anyway. But in a way to tell you guys in the thing is that if you you have to make a few laws, so that when you make the loss, people will invest in your company more, because they know that you are not trying to make a profit out of the company, of their game, of their company, and that you want them to grow together with you. And when both grow together, both benefit from the same time. And in this case, Unity decided to do a 180 degrees turn on that agreement, which what happened was that they decided to charge people more money for each time when a person download a game that make use of Unity engine, which means that even if the game is not making money or is meant to be created for free for all user, they are still going to charge the developer depending on the agreement they had set with the developer, which may end up bankrupting a lot of the younger or an upcoming game developer. And we all know that indie developer is always tend to use Unity because it's one of the best engine that they can make use of, as well as being one of them that is affordable, as well as is also pretty good to use from what they have been shown. So what if you guys want to talk or listen to most criticism or review by most people, I would recommend taking a look at Penguin Z0 or Upper Echelon to talk more about what is happening in and out. But I will just talk a few things. What you guys need to know is that Unity, if you guys know, the current CEO is known by a name called John Ricky Terrio, which I'm not gonna apologize for butchering his name, but what you guys need to know is that he is well known for being the one of who helped to kind of like create this whole situation into happening. What you guys may not be aware is that he is actually well known for being the CEO of the EA previously, where he helped to introduce something called microtransaction, which means that each time you use something, you gain more money. And he actually go to the point of like even quote unquote, he's saying that people will have to pay when you reload a bullet in the game. So they're gonna charge you $1 when you reload your bullet, and people are not gonna aware because you need to pay for it and you need to use it, and you just decide to pay. And what you guys might not be aware is that this system introduced by him back into the early 2010 to, or maybe a bit later 2012, I am not very sure, but you can just do your own research and come to your own conclusion. But the one thing I can say is that he introduced microtransaction on causing people to have like you pay and you have to pay each time you use play the game or whatsoever, which many games nowadays tend to follow that standard because that's how many games get more money, how they game their money, how they use the money to probably help improve their game. But is that a good thing or not? I will also leave that up to you, but because to me, I personally do not like this kind of system. But if it helps to improve the company as a whole, I will agree that it's a good thing. But this guy is well known for being a greedy person, like seriously greedy to the point that he actually receives stock as his salary, because I had no idea how the system on tax is being paid. But if the tax mean that you can't tax on a stock market, meaning that to say that he doesn't need to pay more tax, yeah, he is going to eat a lot of money. And talking about stock, what does this whole damn thing happen to have with stock and what's not? But what you guys might not be aware is that stock is a huge thing where buy and sell when mean that whether you are earning money or losing money. If you sell it at the when the stock market is at a peak, you earn money. When you are selling way below the money the price that you use to buy the stock. Let's say for example the stock is at, you buy it at $2. If the stock drop its price to $1, you are making a $1 loss. You are losing money. But if you sell the stock when it is at value of $3 and you sell it, you earn $1 back because you have earned a profit of $1. Meaning to say that you sell, and most of the time what you guys might not be aware is that you earn the stock. Either you earn from the stock or you lose from the stock, and it's a very complicated progress, which I do not recommend people to step into stock market if you are not going to like bear with your own money. If you're gonna make long-term investment, that's the most safer way, but that doesn't mean that it's safe to the point that you are making money. Sometimes the company may be making a huge loss. So in this case, what does stock market have to be earned? If you guys do a search lately into Unity software or technology, recently they are actually making a kind of like rise in money, which is around, if you guys look at 1 month period, at this 1 month period it was valued at $34 on the 17th August, and it was slowly rising to its peak, which on take down this note, which is at September 6th as well as 12th of September. These 2 days, if you guys notice, is that it was peaked at around $39. So where does this whole stock market issue have to do with the whole damn thing? What you guys might not be aware is that as we know that the price was at value at 39 as well as 38.9, which let's round it out to 39. You guys might find it a little bit interesting that the news of the release of price, right, the way they take note like when they are going to implement release the news on when everything happened, it's happened just a few days ago. And when that happened, take note on how the price of the stock market dropped instantly on one day, from the 12th all the way to 13, just one day, the price dropped. Which means that if you buy the stock market at this time, you are making a loss. Whereas people who used to buy it before then, like if they got the stock market before then, let's say $34 and they sell it at $39, they are making a $5. And what you guys might not be aware is that go and take a look at what most critics say and what Upper Echelon say. The stock was apparently sold in the millions, which is a huge sum of money if you think about it. So in this case, it can be considered an insider trading, which means that they do it on their own. And I always talk about this thing. The richer are getting more richer. Because the thing is, right, when they are freaking rich, they sell their stock, they know they can use that inside information to kind of sell it. Is it true or not? I do not know. This is all based on my opinion, speculation, and how I think it always tend to be. But it's still up to you to take it with a pinch of salt. Is it true or not? But evidence seems to show that the price seems to drop exactly that point, which seems to implement to many people that this is not looking good. It seems that someone is playing along the line of insider trading. I'm not sure, but is it true or not? I do not know, but it seems to happen right on time in a perfect way, which I would not recommend people to go and send that thread or whatsoever, thinking that is it true they do it. They, unless there is, like when the government or the police step in to check is it true or not. If not, I feel like this all thing seems to line up way too perfectly. So is it good or not on the long run for the Unity? What you guys need to know is that apparently 19 game developers had disabled Unity app modelization until the engine developer changed its pricing, which means that they are hoping that the developer from Unity decided to go against the new change, which means that they are earning money. But in fact, what you guys might not be aware is that they might be making money on the inside and not on the outside, which means that as long as someone is being greedy and eating a lot of money, the company is not gonna look good. And if you guys go and look for more information on Unity, apparently in early this year, 2023 January, which they go and search it out yourself, apparently they have laid off quite a huge sum of employees in the hundreds, 300, 600. I do not know why. Because these have, like I say, you have to search it out yourself because this is all allegedly or apparently, and it doesn't look on the company if the employee they lay out is in the hundreds. Because what you guys might need to understand is that if they need to lay off this much people, then why won't they lay out their CEO? Because the CEO salary is in the millions, whereas those employees is only in the thousands. They are not earning that much from the company, and yet they are first to be laid out. Personally, to me, I would definitely say that for a greedy CEO who really think he deserves that much money and still earning a little bit more money by selling stock, yeah, I think someone need to look into this, like seriously. Maybe, but who am I to know? What am I to say? I mean, this is just all apparently a theory by me, Ame Gakita, the casual VTuber. Anyway, I won't talk too much about this anymore. Let's just say that whether you believe it or not is all up to you. This is also allegedly and apparently and not just a theory. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe if you do agree, and comment whether you agree or not. At least let me know. Or maybe if you don't agree, don't press the dislike button but the like button and let me know in the comment section so that I can do a recording amendment in the next video on this time. So with that being said, don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch more of this kind of random video. And we'll talk again in the next video or live stream. Have a good day, goodbye, and good night.